Jujutsu Kaisen Episode 3 finally introduces the third first-year student at Tokyo Jujutsu High, Nobara Kugisaki, and within just one episode, she proves that Yuji and Megumi are going to have a very interesting time dealing with her. The episode begins with Yuji and Megumi waiting with Gojo to meet their new classmate. Yuji is surprised that there are only 3 first-year students, but Megumi explains that Jujutsu sorcerers are extremely rare. Soon, Nobara arrives in Tokyo. She comes from the countryside and has always wanted to live in the city. But her first impression of Yuji and Megumi isn't exactly positive. She immediately judges both of them and seems disappointed that these are the people she'll be studying with. Of course, Yuji doesn't exactly love her personality either. Gojo then announces that they're going sightseeing in Tokyo. Yuji and Nobara instantly become excited. They start arguing over where they should go, with Yuji wanting to visit famous areas and Nobara wanting to go shopping. But Gojo has completely different plans. Instead of taking them sightseeing, he brings everyone to an abandoned building in Roppongi. The building is filled with curses. Gojo tells Yuji and Nobara to enter the building and exorcise them. Megumi is told to stay outside. Yuji is confused because he still doesn't know how to use cursed energy properly. So Gojo gives him a cursed tool called Slaughter Demon. The weapon contains cursed energy, meaning Yuji can use it to kill curses. Before they enter, Gojo explains something important. Curses in Tokyo can be much stronger than curses in the countryside. Negative emotions from humans create curses, and places with larger populations can produce much more dangerous ones. This mission isn't just training. Gojo wants to see if Nobara actually has the mentality required to become a Jujutsu sorcerer. Yuji and Nobara enter the building together but quickly decide to split up. Yuji searches the lower floors while Nobara moves deeper into the building. It doesn't take long for Yuji to encounter a curse. The creature attacks him, but Yuji remains surprisingly calm. Even without proper Jujutsu training, his incredible physical abilities allow him to fight back. Using Slaughter Demon, Yuji quickly exorcises the curse. Outside, Gojo explains why Yuji is so unusual. Most normal people would freeze after seeing a monster like that. Knowing curses exist is completely different from standing directly in front of one. But Yuji doesn't hesitate. After everything he's experienced with Sukuna, he has already adapted to this terrifying world. Meanwhile, Nobara discovers a room filled with mannequins. She quickly realizes that a curse is hiding among them. This is where we finally see Nobara's cursed technique. She fights using a hammer, nails, and a straw doll. Nobara channels cursed energy through her nails and fires them at her target. She easily destroys the curse hiding inside the mannequin. But then Nobara discovers a young boy hiding inside the building. Before she can get him to safety, another curse appears. And this curse is much smarter. Instead of attacking Nobara directly, it grabs the child and uses him as a hostage. Nobara immediately understands the situation. If she attacks, the curse could kill the boy. So she drops her weapons. This moment reveals something important about Nobara. She acts confident, aggressive, and sometimes selfish. But when an innocent person's life is in danger, she is willing to put herself at risk to protect them. The curse prepares to attack. But suddenly, Yuji smashes directly through the wall. He cuts off the curse's arm and rescues the boy. The curse immediately tries to escape. Unfortunately for it, Nobara now has a piece of its body. She places the severed arm on her straw doll and activates her technique. Resonance. The attack transfers cursed energy through the connection between the curse and its severed body part. The curse is struck from a distance and completely exorcised. Yuji and Nobara successfully complete their first mission together. Afterward, Gojo explains that Nobara passed his test. But the episode also gives us a glimpse into Nobara's past. When she was younger, Nobara lived in a small countryside village. A woman named Saori moved into the area from Tokyo. Nobara quickly became close to her and admired the completely different life Saori represented. But the people in the village treated Saori like an outsider. Eventually, Saori and her family were forced to leave. Nobara hated the narrow-minded environment of her hometown. This is one of the biggest reasons she wanted to move to Tokyo. Becoming a Jujutsu sorcerer gave her the opportunity to leave the countryside and live life on her own terms. After the mission, Yuji and Nobara are excited because Gojo promises to take them out for food. Megumi, however, quickly realizes something. Yuji and Nobara have no idea how many people die while fighting curses. Megumi already understands the reality of being a Jujutsu sorcerer. But for Yuji and Nobara, everything still feels new. And that's what makes episode 3 important. It officially completes the main first-year trio. Yuji Itadori, Megumi Fushiguro, and Nobara Kugisaki. We also finally see Nobara's fighting style and learn why she left her hometown. But most importantly, this episode shows that despite their completely different personalities, Yuji and Nobara already work surprisingly well together. And their first mission is only the beginning. What did you think about episode 3? Let me know in the comments, and if you want episode 4 explained next, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.